Campus Recreation and Wellness Center for the second game of today's doubleheader as the men's Ridgebacks look to get their first win of the season against the Nipissing Lakers. I'm your man on the call, Sean McLeod, joined by my broadcast colleague, Waleed Hamed. And Nipissing looking to get in on the action first as Danny Lakusa misses the first shot of the game. A.J. Cummings. And a fading shot from one of the newest members of the team, Jayden Coke, on the other end of things. Ogbonna drives into the paint and picks up the first 2 points of the game for the Ridgebacks. And you hear the response from the Ridgebacks faithful as they've begun to fill out the seats here at the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center. Lakusa and Coke jumps the ball and it's tied up.
I am loving the intensity out of the gate there. Even, you don't even have to have the ball. Like that off-ball defense there, that attempt at that steal was just fierce. And if you're not gripping that ball with all the strength you've got, that's going to be a steal.
I think you'll find that is going to be a defining factor of this year's Ridgebacks team. We'll head over the changes when we get a chance here, but it is almost a whole new look for the team. Ogbonna, one of the few returning. Shot short. Pitia comes away with it. Okeki was the one with the shot. Ogbonna moves in. Pitia for three. And he drills it! Welcome to the Ridgebacks family, Tombe Pitia. Quite a way to start your Ridgebacks journey. One shot, a huge three-pointer, and some good defense along the way, as that would be a turnover.
Ogbonna and Pitia setting the stage early. They are here, they mean business.
And Pitia, the crown jewel of the recruiting class. A lot of effort went into getting him here. Coach Deluction Pathmanathan really sold him on the school, and throughout the preseason, it's been a learning process for him. Ogbonna hops over the signs as it'll be free throws. But I think the hopes and dreams of the Ridgebacks coaching staff is the same way that Grady Kanku in the first year was the head guy, the leader of this Ridgebacks offense and defense. Tombe can come in and do that, if not even more. It's a 6-0 run from the Ridgebacks to open up the first quarter.
Good defense again there, good intensity. We've just been seeing that over and over again. They don't get the ball, but they're going to make them work for it a little bit. Get set up, get situated, now they're comfortable.
Coke was the one in on the ball there. There's LaPierre out to the wing, shot missed. Conga is the one with the shot. Another three-point shot attempt. Coke with some great defense. And the Ridgebacks muddying things up, all the limbs in the world. And it's difficult for Nipissing to get a shot off.
Some incredible defense by Coke.
Ogbonna is around to Coke, and he can do this too. Off the rim. LaPierre will bring it up. He'll hand it off to Lakusa. And a nice mid-range jumper gets Nipissing on the board. The screen with Pitia moves in, and finish isn't quite there, but you can see the promise and the excitement that brings. Lakusa, not quite there. Okeki takes a swing at it. It looks like he pokes it out of bounds. First substitute of the game incoming, as we'll see Chris Augie.
LaPierre inbounding this. He is small but mighty. We were watching him in the pregame at 5'9" on our roster sheet, and he's jumping and grabbing that rim with no trouble.
Coke gets the rebound for the Ridgebacks, and a beautiful pass if it's able to stay in. Gets it up the floor in a hurry. Ogbonna waves off the screen, steps back for a shot. Augie battling for it, and Pitia will hit the ground. Going the other way with it is Nipissing. Off glass is Bakonga.
So far, both teams very even. Both 8 shots apiece. Both have 6 rebounds. Same offensive, same defensive. It's been a very even game, but the Ridgebacks have just been able to convert on one more of their shots and then on the free throws.
Pitia inbounds to Ogbonna. Get the screen from Pitia. Pitia gets the mismatch, and that is one that I think he would attack if he hears from the coach again. Ogbonna into the paint. Out to Coke, and he hits it!
He is feeling fired up after that one.
All sorts of contact on the shot. Coke drains it. 9-2 for the Ridgebacks, looking to make it 10-2.
Yeah, he's got an interesting release, which makes it even through a contest to get a piece of that ball.
He's a real lengthy player. Bit of a journeyman so far in his basketball collegiate career, but finds himself here at Ontario Tech and looks to play an important role defensively on the wing, something the Ridgebacks have certainly lacked throughout their first 2 years here. And on the wing is Bakonga. And a 3 as Muktar Mohamed dials it up.
It's easy to forget that this program is only entering its 3rd season for its basketball program.
Yeah, it feels like they've been around a while. The pandemic will do that to you. Mohamed comes away with the ball to LaPierre. Back to Mohamed. Into the paint. AJ Cummings there for the defense. Pitia comes away with it. He throws it out of bounds.
A bit of a misread there on that pass. He thought he had way more speed going down the sideline.
LaPierre working on the screen. Bakonga. Back out to LaPierre, who dials up the shot. It's not there. Ogbonna. Foul called. Coke drills it after the whistle. I'm always iffy about taking that shot after the whistle if you're hot. You miss it, and well, maybe that cools you off. You make it. Maybe that's the last one you had in you. Maybe I'm a little superstitious.
I like to take that shot. No repercussions, I'll take it.
Why not? Coke with the inbound. Ogbonna. And a player to keep an eye out on in this offense this year is AJ Cummings. Throughout the preseason, and another shot from Coke.
He gets into a starfish pattern when he pulls those.
Lakusa gets the ball up the floor in a hurry. Shot taken, and Cummings is going to have Lakusa closing down on him. Gets pinned there, and a foul called. And this time, as Caleb Kassav gets whacked, he'll head to the line. Another first-year player and another defensive-minded player who can also hit a 3.
That's tough for Cummings. He got that pass, that full-court pass, and he looked back and he saw the Lakers trailing with speed, and I think he got a little nervous there. He was able to close the gap and get that block.
So Ricardo Neves comes on for Nipissing.
Ridgebacks aren't doing too hot from the free throw line so far. Just 1 for 4.
So the reverse of what we saw in the women's game. Caleb makes his second. LaPierre working on a Neves screen. LaPierre gets it back. And some shifty handling. Will come back out. Neves for three. Not there, and Coke gets the rebound. Casa hits the ground. Ogbonna on the other end of it. AJ thought about dialing up a three, but will pull it back out. Caleb into the paint with the mismatch, opts to pull it out. Cummings for three.
That was deep.
He had to pull that with the shot clock winding down. On the other end, AJ gets in on the defense, and it'll be Chris Ogden who's called for the foul. And that'll send Danny Lacusa to the line. Steph Prika readying to come in for the Ridgebacks, another first-year player, so steady stream of young talent coming in for the Ridgebacks.
I like when the program started, everyone was a freshman, and now they're starting to get a good mix.
Good amount of turnover after the tumultuous season last year. Still at the interim head coaching spot is Deluxion Pathmanathan. Gone are Grady Kanku and Teslock Luck, Anthony Pate, Amara Baugh, also off the roster for today's game. Prika gets tied up. So a lot of room for young players to come in and prove themselves early in this season. It's been a good showing so far, but Nipissing creeping back into it. 10-7 with 3 minutes left when it looked like the Ridgebacks were going to come in here and blow the doors off this place for a second. Steph Prika gets his first Ridgeback points at the line.
It's nice to get that relief. First game, first rotation here.
Picks up his first 2 points. Perfect at the line. And if he misses the next one, you can thank me for jinxing him. Coke. A wild pass. Bakonga steps back. In and out. Whistle called. So Caleb Casa gets the foul called. Ball will stay with Nipissing. Danny Lacusa will be inbounding. LaPierre, step back, three.
That was a nice shot.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets. Ogbonna. Prika holding the ball for an extended period of time. The Ridgebacks get some motion going. Ogbonna with a series of spin moves, but turns it over on the last one. LaPierre looks to tie the game up. Neves in and out. But the rebound comes to Bakonga. Lacusa, no good. This time Ogbonna gets it as LaPierre jumps into the air. And Jayden Coke just getting a little too fancy, turns it over. And that'll be 2 points as LaPierre slides into Chris Tanui, our photographer for the night.
If he did one more spin move, I think I was going to pass out from dizziness there. I can't imagine how he's feeling.
Tombe Pitia readying up at the table. We'll see him come back in after a quick rest. Pitia opening up his Ridgeback career earlier with his lone point so far with 3 points. Also has a rebound to his name, Ogbonna. Always on the hunt for a double-double, currently sitting at 3 points and 5 rebounds.
The way these shots have been going so far, lots of opportunities for rebounds early on.
And once again, those new rims.
Just got to break them in, you know.
Well, LaPierre doesn't seem to have an issue with them so far tonight. I mean, he's been impressive. Sometimes it's tough to tell what you're going to get out of players when you're watching them in the pregame. Currently with 4 points on the night. Prika, they get it over. Coke into Ogie as he attempts a poster.
It's really a game of keep up there.
Yeah. One of the things I'm really interested in seeing with this team is I got to come into a few of their practices throughout the summer. And Chris has always been a really dependable role player. The Ridgebacks are actually going to keep the ball, but he was dunking on everybody throughout the summer.
You know he's going to want to make up for that one.
Prika. And Pitia isn't able to keep hold of it. Mohamed hands it off to LaPierre. Muktar. Ooh, and almost a beautiful finish. The rebound and some good defense to not get a foul there. There's DeAndre Johnson underneath the basket.
Ridgebacks going to want to be careful. They're already at 4 turnovers.
And a lot of those unforced as well. Some of those you can expect from a new team. Speaking of turnovers, as we see 2 back-to-back, Caleb Kassah gets the steal, gives it up, and a 3 on the back end of the play as Eccleston Graham picks it up for Nipissing. Pitia into the paint.
That's a first lead for Nipissing.
It's 14 to 12. Under a minute remaining here in the first. Eccleston Graham in the post. Working on Ogie, and Ogie with some good defense. Shot short.
I really hope they communicate a little bit better. No more unforced turnovers.
And a block from Johnson. And Pitia cuts into the paint. And a miscommunication.
You know, maybe I'll keep my mouth shut.
It's been a series of turnovers. And we'll see some substitutions coming on Nipissing's side of things as we see Nathan Curry come in.
I believe that's number 6 to Nipissing's 2.
Alex Shevchik comes on. Another first-year player for the Ridgebacks. Pitia bothers the shot. Gets vertical with it. Shevchik, and it gets poked out of bounds. That'll stay with Nipissing. And Nipissing still has some shot clock to work with. 14 seconds on the shot clock, 22 seconds left in the quarter. And the referee's having some extended discussion, make sure that the call gets assessed correctly. Curry with the inbound. Another foul called, and Chris Tanui has to keep his head up here on the end line here tonight. Sometimes that's not too precarious of a position, but ball just seems to be heading his way. And Jalon Tomlinson coming on, another first-year player for the Ridgebacks. Almost stepped out of bounds. Neves swings the ball. Bakonga for 3. Prika gets the ball to Shevchik. 2 seconds left. Has to put the shot up. Prika And some good defense from Nipissing. So what looked like it was going to be the Ridgebacks coming out hot out of the gate, staking a claim. Ogbonna, Pitia, Casa, Prika, and Cummings. So a lot of three-point shooting on the floor for the Ridgebacks to open up the second.
I don't know if you got a piece of that, but great defense there by Pitia.
They've got a long lineup on the floor, too. Their front court right now is just all limbs, especially Pitia. It's maybe an inch or two short of being a Raptors player.
You kind of need that length. Nipissing's been getting a lot of their points from outside. They only have 2 in the paint.
Keki.
Make that 3 in the paint now. The length should help all around.
Prika finds Ogbonna, who will do a lot of the heavy lifting for the ball handling. And quickly picking up the foul is Nathan Curry.
It seems Nipissing's just been forcing the Ridgebacks to make those long passes, and that's where they've been struggling a little bit.
I think that's an effective strategy. Saw that a lot in the first year of the program as well, and they just struggled with the press and getting the ball over half court at times. Pitia gets a big mismatch in the paint, and you got to expect that he's hunting for it. And Prika looked for him, and it's
where you need like a controlled and just a confident ball handler. I mean, losing Kanku coming into this season, like, we have Ogbonna's trying, and, Prika's trying, but you need someone that's going to be able to beat those defenders and advance the ball without having to make those long passes and risk the turnovers.
Pitia inbounds it to Ogbonna. I'm not sure if you can hear it on stream, but we have a door alarm going off in the CRWC. And easily dealt with. So we'll see Prika at the line. And it's funny, thinking back to the practices that I was able to come to in the summertime, and one of them was a run at like 7 p.m. at night, and I come in and everybody's warming up, getting their first shots of the evening up, and it's just brick after brick after brick, and Prika comes in, swishes it, and makes 7 in a row. Basically, everybody else found their mojo, but it just goes to show Prika is just, he's a shooter.
I'm sure the Ridgebacks wouldn't mind a little bit of that right now.
Neves hands it off to Johnson with a beauty spin move, but 10-cent finish on the other end of it, and Pitia gets his limbs in on it. Prika finds AJ. Prika working on a Okeki screen. Ogbonna into the paint, has to put the shot up.
This doesn't seem like the Ridgebacks are getting any of the shots they want.
No, chase down block by Okeki. Mohamed back out to Bakanga, who's already hit 1 3 tonight. And another block. Okeki all over the glass.
It's a block party.
Ogbonna takes the lid off the basket. 19-15, Nipissing still leading. Pass behind Bakanga. Okeki in the paint, off glass, and he'll pick up the foul.
Had 1 shot so far this quarter. They hit it. It was a 3. It was important, but sorry, not a 3. It was a 2 and 1.
Yep.
So I don't know. They got to figure out how to kind of get through this defense and get some good shots up.
Prika gets the inbound pass. Coke into Pitia. Loses possession of it, but takes it in. Okeke out to AJ Cummings. That's his shot.
Looked like Coke almost slipped there.
Yeah. LaPierre hands it off to Mohamed, and Coke does slip there.
I don't want to wipe his shoes.
Yeah. Prika into the half-court set for the Ridgebacks and gets poked over by LaPierre. The Okeke screen and a lot of room for AJ Cummings. It's his first 3 of the season.
They needed that one.
AJ, once again, it's hard to believe that he's a vet now. He's just a young kid when he came here. And a nice 2 from Mohamed. And a foul called off ball. Looks like AJ Cummings will pick that up. We're going to see Dion Duncan come in as Okeke comes off, and Ogbonna will spell AJ Cummings. Ball gets poked free, and it's the 2 first years. Pitia in the paint. And a beautiful finish. And it's a turnover.
It's nice to see that go the other way. Patia's leading the Ridgebacks now with his 7 points. 1 for 1 from 3 and overall shooting 60%, so definitely leading the team by example right now.
And Coach Deluxion got to be happy with that. Ogbonna behind his back finds Duncan. It's out of bounds.
Turnover after turnover.
So Lakusa brings it up over half for Nipissing. Comes off to Bukanga. Lakusa in deep and gets an easy 2 points. 23-20. The Ridgebacks creeping their way back into it. Prika thought about a 3, finds Duncan, but Duncan unable to corral the pass. Try it again. And what a move from Prika.
That would have been nice.
Doesn't get the finish, but Prika, not just a shooter, has a few moves in the paint as well. Ogbonna keeps the ball over half for the Ridgebacks. Shot clock down. 3 seconds left. Ogbonna has to put a shot up at the buzzer and isn't able to get it on the other end. Lakusa. Coke unable to save it. We'll see a couple substitution as Casa comes back on and Eccleston Graham comes back on as well for Nipissing. And as Rivart goes off. Lakusa inbounds it to Mohamed. Okanga drives in, kicks out for 3. It's Eccleston Graham coming in and making an impact right away. (26-20), Nipissing leads. Coke. Prika for 3, and too strong.
You know, both teams taking a lot of shots from 3-point range. 23 attempts so far, but both teams have only made 3 threes apiece.
Nipissing defensively really crowding into the paint. Lakusa hits the ground, and I think Coke will be picking up the foul. So leading the way for Nipissing, 7 points. And a real team effort on the offensive end. Mohamed with 6 points and Bokanga with 6 points as well. So Pitia picks up the rebound. Prika. Coke over dribbles it. LaPierre blindly saves it, and Prika will be the beneficiary of it.
It's good to lead your passes like that so you don't slow down your man on the fast break, but that was just a little too far.
Prika in. Pitia for 3. And no good. Mohamed into the paint. Patia's there. Additions to this team, as we're going to see a lineup come out that has the only returning player from last year as AJ Cummings. And once again, a lot of three-point shooting for the Ridgebacks. Mohamed picks up a first free throw. And that's 8 points on the night for Mohamed, so he's the leading scorer for Nipissing. Cummings.
You got to be careful with that. They're playing with fire.
And a standard shot for Cummings, but a rebound for Pitia. Make it 9 points for him.
And you know what? Those are going to start going. They've had a lot of shots from right under the basket that have been bouncing out.
And Neves had absolutely no one around him. About as wide open as you can get. Drills the straight line 3. Prika into the paint, off glass. Rebound will come out to Mohamed.
They have just been so unlucky with those tonight.
Mohamed and some good defense. And Pitia really is a force around the rim, even when he's not picking up the blocks. We're changing a lot of shots while he's out there.
Both teams improving and shooting a little bit more efficiently, but neither of them have hit the 30% mark.
Yeah.
So many chances directly under the rim, and they're just not going.
Mohamed. Back to LaPierre, who's been quieted over this quarter so far. Into the paint, Eccleston Graham. And a foul on Prika. LaPierre, Eccleston Graham, Neves, Lakusa, and Mohamed. And we'll see Coke, Pitia, Passa, Prika, and Cummings back out. And Lakusa looks to get on the highlight reel.
I don't know how he got so open there.
AJ Cummings pulls it back out. Good recovery from LaPierre. LaPierre looking to deny him. Cummings for 3 off the front of the rim. Pitia for 3. Not there. And Prika thought that was staying with the Ridgebacks, but that's going to be a Nipissing ball. Neither team really lighting the world on fire from 3. As the Ridgebacks shooting 21% and Nipissing shooting 28%.
Nice contest there on that pass.
Makusa inbounds it to LaPierre. Mohamed for 3.
He's having himself a night.
Yeah, he's come alive this quarter. the way with 10 points. Prika will pull it back out. Ball's in the hands of Coke. Coke turns the corner. Spin move. A lot of contact and no whistle called. Mohamed into the corner. LaPierre will lose it out of bounds.
Yeah, you can tell Jayden Coke is starting to get frustrated.
Just doing a bit too much. And it's the first game of the season, so a lot of kinks to be worked out with so many new players on the team. Pitia, little head fake into the lane and picks up the foul. And play. So taking free throws in his place, and we'll keep an eye on Pitia, is Ogbonna. 10-point lead for Nipissing.
Cut that down to 9 after that free throw.
Into the final minute. Lapusa and some good defense from Cummings. Mohamed travels. Like Pitia picked up a cut on his hand. They're cleaning his shorts right now, so may have had blood on his uniform, which is an automatic pull from the game until it's fixed up. Prika dives in, and I'm liking the spacing that we're seeing from the Ridgebacks right now.
They're spaced out, and they are using the space better.
Yeah. Ogbonna picks up the foul. That's one thing I liked from them when they were here in the preseason against Bishop, their lone preseason game here at Campus Recreation and Wellness Center. When they did get into those 4-1, 5-out sets, they were really effective. But you need to be shooting to be able to get the respect to run those. Ogbonna makes it an 8-point game. And this is the second. Jayden Graham with the rebound. Neves. The ball will come back to LaPierre, as there is about a 1-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. LaPierre out into the corner. Mohamed gets blocked by Coke. What a way to end the half defensively. The Ridgebacks still down. Broadcast colleague, Levi Ogbonna. And Lakusa gets the ball first to start the half. LaPierre with an iffy three, but it works out. That's just confidence.
Yeah, not so iffy after you see a drop like that.
Ogbonna works on a Pitia screen. Coke showed flashes in the first half. Ogbonna will get the ball back into the paint and picks up the foul as he heads in. It'll be Mervart that picks up the foul for Nipissing.
It'll be interesting to see if the Ridgebacks make any adjustments. Like, I don't think they were doing anything strategically that was, too off base, but it was just a lot of those sloppy passes, those sloppy turnovers. Other than that, it's just, I want to say it's just luck, because they're taking good shots and they're coming so close.
You know what I'd like to see them do is run a few more sets to get shooters like AJ Cummings and Steph Prika involved in the game. A lot of dribbling, and this team has so many threats, and LaPierre looking to make it 2 in a row.
That's his third attempt, and the last shot was his only make from 3.
Coke in off the backboard, and he opens the scoring for the Ridgebacks. Lakusa looked like he was maybe going up for a poster, thinks better of it at the last second to take the easy 2-point layup.
Yeah, the Ridgebacks fell asleep there. There was that quick handoff up top, and then 2 Lakers crashed there for the roll.
Pitia, and with the dribble handoff ends up in the hands of Ogbonna. Back in the hands of Pitia, attacks it, and a turnover as he looks to find Coke in the corner. Bart. Back to Bakonga. And LaPierre. Moves it around to Mohamed. Shot fake. And he'll pick up a foul as there's a bit too much contact. So it'll be Okeke that picks up the foul for the Ridgebacks. Mohamed shooting for Nipissing. Makes the first of 2.
This is the largest lead of the game so far.
And makes the second 41-29 lead for Nipissing just 2 minutes into the second quarter, or second half. Cummings. Wide open is Pitia looking for his second 3 of the night. Opened his scoring with a 3. And tied up on the back end of it is Okeke. The ball will stay with the Ridgebacks. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Okeke hands it off to Ogbonna. In the post is Pitia. And an awkward shot falls away and gets 2 points.
That was a good take by him.
13 on the night for Pitia. Mohamed. Rivart tries to poke it back to LaPierre, but A.J. Cummings picks it up. Ogbonna flips the court, and Pitia, matched up on Bakonga, has room to work into Mervart, though. And Ogbonna flies in for the rebound, and 2 points.
Yeah, Mervart just has been hanging low in the paint and has been playing help defense against Pitia both times.
Bakonga, not quite there, is the shot, and Coke is fouled as Cummings sets up for a 3-point shot. So Eccleston Graham comes in for Nipissing. Played some solid minutes.
Back down to an 8-point spread. 3-possession game now.
And Neves comes back on as well. We'll see Lakusa come off. Ogbonna gets his pass picked, but swipes it back. AJ as open as can be for him. And that's an easy 3-point shot.
That's huge. For Cummings to hit that at this time, it's only 5-point spread now.
Bakonga looks to respond, and it's too strong. But Mohamed corrals the rebound, and they'll get another shot. And Eccleston Graham, no good. And if the Ridgebacks can get this 3-point shot going, that would certainly change the game. Theoretically, a lot of 3-point shooting potential for them. It just hasn't been there yet.
A lot of threes going up.
Mohamed.
That is his third made 3. His third made 3 in the Ridgebacks. AJ Cummings leads with 2. So lots of shots going up, but not been a lot of conversion.
And it took a while, but a response to the three-pointer with the three-pointer after a couple of tries. Into the paint goes Akeki and bullies his way in, but Mohamed will come away with the ball going the other way. Coke tries to steal it. LaPierre for 3.
You can't force that up when there's 3 guys defending you down there.
Mohamed is just a man on fire. 17 points on the night. Coke. Mid-range Jimmy. And it's good.
A lot of back and forth action right now.
Conga with the ball. Mohamed out to the corner for Neves for 3.
That was a quick release.
And Nipissing saw the lead shrinking and clawing back with a pair of three-pointers. Coke gives up a three-point shot. Cummings has to make work of it. Shot clock winding down. 7. That'll be Eccleston Graham with the rebound. Mohamed, heat check. Eccleston Graham on the other end with the rebound.
You know, he has been on the roll, so when you get that open shot, you're going to take it.
He earned it. So 49-38, Nipissing leads. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. We're going to see Chris Augie come in.
Taijon Graham is his first time to the line tonight.
This is the first. The second. Ogbonna. And the press comes and the trap comes. Everything comes, but they get it over half court. Pitia. And dribble handoff to Coke. Coke drives in, tough shot. Patia's there for the rebound, but Neves comes up with it. LaPierre. Into Eccleston Graham. 52-38.
Lakers are starting to pull away now.
A tough stretch for the young Ridgebacks. Ogbonna shakes his defender. Cummings for 3. In and out. LaPierre. Matched up on Pitia. And Pitia, a real versatile defender, moves around a lot on the screens. Ogbonna gets the ball. Whistle called. So we'll see Johnson come back on as well for Nipissing, as well as Mabonsa. Frika gets a screen from Augie. He gets the ball back, matched up on Johnson. Cummings has to keep the ball alive, but keeps it to LaPierre. And it's an easy floater.
That was the first turnover for Frika.
And a Ridgebacks timeout as the game is starting to. So we'll see the same lineups on either side come back out. And into the paint and looking for Pitia. Nice quick move. Make it 15 in his debut for Tombe Pitia.
He's been on for 23 minutes so far, but I mean, he's earned it. He's putting in work, and he's leading the team with 15 points.
You know, it's exciting for somebody like me who's watched this Ridgebacks team throughout the years here and really documented their first season. They've never really had a player that could move in the post like Pitia did on that last possession. And speaking of post moves, Jayden Graham, nice face-up jumper.
Yeah, he just became wide open out of nowhere.
16-point lead for Nipissing, and Prika, take that shot, young man. And a three-point shot on the other end of it, Coke. Prika sent his man sliding almost out of bounds, passes it up, and ball finds its way into Coke's hands for three, and I guess it worked out.
You know, Coke's leading the team in minutes right now, 26, but he's also got 2 blocks. He's 2 for 4 from 3, and he's got 10 points now.
And Mohamed, they have taken a stray hand to the face on the end of it.
Seems like just a little shaken up there.
And Coke flew in on that. Looks like he'll be okay. He'll come off, get looked at. Neves will come on. And a turnover called on the inbounds. Not sure if I agree with that. Prika picks up the foul. LaPierre for three. Off rim. A couple Ridgeback players there. And neither of them able to squeeze the ball. Nope. But it gets poked out by a Nipissing player, so it'll be Ridgeback ball. Prika hands it off to Jayden Coke. Pitia for three. LaPierre and Nipissing looking to find the open man as Prika hit the deck. Pitia comes away with it. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Ridgebacks stuck 13. Mohamed will come back in as LaPierre comes off.
You know, LaPierre's been a pest. He's been putting the pressure on. The Ridgebacks have been having so much trouble getting set up because it is full court press and the pressure he's been putting on the Ridgebacks.
Cummings dribbles it into the paint, pulls it back out, gets whacked. And that's a pair of free throws coming for the fourth-year man.
So Cummings, this is his first time to the line tonight.
Yeah. And you don't often see Cummings shooting a lot of free throws. He kind of lives outside on the perimeter, but when he gets there, he's usually pretty good at it. If he makes the first. Caleb Kassah looks like he's ready to check in for the Ridgebacks. And he makes both. So Pitia will come back out.
Ridgebacks on a 5-0 run now.
They're finding some stuff that works. Labanza, no look pass into Neves. Bakonga. As Neves steps in for a long two and makes it. Prika
That's some great support there.
Cummings for three. In and out, and you're not often going to see Cummings miss a shot that wide open.
You can see Prika starting to get frustrated. It feels like he's just hasn't had any room to breathe, but that was a good job by the Ridgebacks to come back and give him some support, something that I think they need to be doing more of. You really want to burn them when they double you when you're bringing the ball up, and you want to find that one open man and get that conversion.
So 1 second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Mohamed gets his man on the air, and Lukonga was about as wide open as he could get. It's going to be Ridgeback ball with just under 4 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see a press end-to-end here, maybe even a double on Prika. The last time they're in this situation, he did not get a single chance to breathe, make a pass, or do nothing.
And Prika will be the trigger man for this inbounds. So that's one way to get around that problem. And he gets the ball back quickly. Prika.
A little premature on that shot. He had another second or so, but you know what? I won't blame him because usually the bench has been a savior for the Lakers in the back half of the game.
Noah LaPierre gets us underway. Lukonga back on. Neves looks for Lukonga. And Cummings will knock that out of bounds as he attempts to get Lukonga. Again, two of the best shooters on the team out there for the Ridgebacks, and we'll see if they're able to get the three-point shot going. Lukonga, persistency pays off, finally gets 2 points as he drives to the rim. 60-45, 15-point lead for Nipissing. Prika over to Casa. Ogbonna into the paint and looking for a way out of it. Looked like the ball was tipped off of Lakusa.
Yeah, they gave the Ridgebacks 1 second on the clock. So there's going to have to be a quick catch and release.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. Prika. And that step is just all the time that he had remaining. I believe scientifically the fastest shot that you could get off is about 0.6 seconds. Lakusa drives to the rim and picks up a foul on A.J. Cummings. And we'll see Jayden Coke come back in.
I know he's been eager to get back in. He was 3 for 4 in the last 4 shots. He's starting to heat up, and he's starting, early in the game we saw him really intense. We said he was trying a little too hard. Now he's starting to see the fruits of his labor. So he wants to be on the court for the rest of the game.
And Coke, like you said, I think he's really not mellowed out, but he's eased into his role a bit. And we've seen some positive results from that. And again, that's all stuff that you deal with early in a year, especially with a team for as many first-year players to the team as the Ridgebacks have this year.
Yeah, you cannot forget, this is the first game of the season and the first game overall for a lot of these players, like you said.
And there's a big difference from preseason into regular season. The intensity is just that much more.
Again, there's the double, and there's another double, so you should have 3 open Ridgebacks up, in the front court.
Coke hits the floor, and he's not going to be happy with that call as it's a charge.
But that's exactly what I've been talking about. There was a double on Prika. The support guy comes in, and there's a double on him too. So the other 3 Ridgebacks are going to have one guy defending them between the 3 of them. So you just got to get that ball up to the front court quick.
You see Coke is continuously flexing his hands, and that's usually never a good sign. It looks like he's going to play through it. Lakusa gets whacked on the head from Prika. Not called. And here's the press from LaPierre. Prika brings it up. Coke drives to the paint, off glass, and this time he'll pick up the foul.
Ridgebacks haven't scored in almost 250. Another one of those runs. It's been a game of runs.
So Bukonga picks up the foul, and Coke misses the first.
He's 0 for 2 right now from the free throw line. He's going to see if he can hit his first free throw of the game.
And he misses the second, so unkind rims are these new ones. And the ball off of Petia's foot. Tough to argue that one with the referee right in front of you. LaPierre brings the ball up for Nipissing. Ball goes to Lakusa. LaPierre once again looked to turn the corner. Prika cuts him off. Some good defense from Prika. And a miscommunication as Nipissing runs out of time.
Good defense overall there by the Ridgebacks. Lots of movement, lots of cuts, lots of handoffs, and they were able to stay with it. Again, there's the double on Prika. They're going to have to move this up quick.
Ogbonna gets a foul.
Pitia wanted that.
Yeah. So, Danny Lakusa picks up the foul for Nipissing, and Prika gets the ball back from Ogbonna and almost loses the dribble. Coke looking for Pitia, and Pitia gets the rebound and in.
That was a great cut there.
And Pitia been looking for the ball in the past few possessions, finally finds it.
It's been 3:42 since the Ridgebacks last got a point.
Into the paint is Bukonga, out for Mohamed. Coke disturbs it from behind. That'll be a Ridgebacks ball. And you can see Prika starting to preemptively call his players forward.
And, you know, I feel like he needs to have been communicating that more all game. Because they started doing that, and they found it was working, and the Ridgebacks just weren't adjusting.
Prika working off the screen. Ogbonna. The ball comes back to Prika, who puts it up for three. And a bit of a rush shot, and a foul will be called as Bukonga and Augie hit the floor. So Bukonga picks up another foul.
That will be his fourth personal foul for Bukonga.
So one more and he's gone. And it'll stay.
Lakusa's also sitting out 4.
So some foul trouble to watch out for Nipissing. Pitia gets pushed off the spot, finds his way back in. LaPierre gets the ball back, sends it into the corner. Bukonga drives on Ogbonna and finishes. Prika to Ogbonna. Had Augie in the corner, and the ball comes to him late.
Augie's got to be able to squeeze that.
I think you're not wrong. 64-47. 5 minutes and 51 seconds left. So about midway through the fourth quarter, the Ridgebacks have time to put something together, but time is ticking away for their chances to do so.
There's a good example. Prika's trying to press LaPierre there. And then he had one of his guys come and set a screen. So, you know, LaPierre was able to get around.
LaPierre puts up a mid-range shot and swish.
And that's something we haven't seen. Like the way Neves just set that screen, it really helped LaPierre out.
Prika. Ogbonna off glass.
Ogbonna up to 10 points now.
A couple players on double-double watches. Ogbonna with 10.7 rebounds, and Pitia 2 rebounds shy with 17 points and 8 rebounds. So a timeout coming. A smaller lineup for Nipissing. Neves gives the ball to Mohamed. He's the leading scorer for Nipissing. Neves, turnaround shot. Cummings in transition. Coke drives in, off glass, and a sweet finish. Coke dives to the floor. The ball finds its way out as he tries to find Prika, but LaPierre recovers it. Thought about dialing up a three. Mohamed with a turnover.
That's Mohamed's 5th turnover. Game high.
So Ridgebacks down 15 now. 4:20 remains. Ogbonna using a screen from Coke. Pulls up a three and off the front of the rim. LaPierre brings it up. Wakusa sends it into the corner for LaPierre. And too strong, but Eckelson Graham picks it out of the sky off the back of AJ Cummings. Wakusa. He'll pick up the foul.
Lakusa's leading his team in free throws made. He's 5 for 6 on the night.
And he misses the first. Condensation on the ground is get that cleaned up in a hurry. And he makes the second. So 67-51. Ridgebacks down.
Yeah, and there's the pressure on Prika. Almost forces a turnover.
Coke. Coke's really been involved in the offense in this fourth quarter.
I told you he wants it. He wants to be on, and he wants to be involved in every play in this fourth quarter. The way he's been playing and just the intensity.
He's not quite the same player, but the mindset reminds me a bit of Anthony Pate from last year. Not with the team this year, but
yeah, I could see that.
Comes in and energetic, wants to be involved.
I'd say Pate was a bit more of a hothead.
Yeah, Pate Pate was definitely a guy that had an emotional streak to him in a good way. He gets going.
You want your players to be invested that way.
Exactly.
Look at the three-man press there.
Pitia off glass. That's a three-point play potential.
I think I missed the foul on that.
I think I missed it as well, but the Ridgebacks will take it as they attempt to make a comeback.
Lakers also a bit flabbergasted there.
So Pitia, in his first regular season game as a Ridgeback, making a difference. 20 points.
It's 2 rebounds away from a double-double.
A 2010 double-double in your debut is a pretty solid outing.
Good ball movement there.
LaPierre puts up a mid-range shot. No good. Bakonga with the rebound. Neves finds Mohamed. Trap comes in and falls away and turns it over. Cummings falling out of bounds, and Bakonga wildly comes back into the play.
So 6 turnover there for Mohamed that led to that transition.
So Levi Ogbonna will be shooting for the Ridgebacks. 11 points on the night. Always solid and really stuffs the stat sheet. 7 rebounds and 3 assists as well. So make it 12. The 1-2-1-1 press from the Ridgebacks, and Coke picks up a foul as Lacusa hits the deck.
That'll be his 4th foul.
Coke's really grown on me.
You got to respect the intensity that he brings to the court. Offense and defense. Look at him flying up there to get open.
Yeah, Ogbonna brings the ball up. It's Prika.
Ridgebacks have been
Tough shot on Neves as Pitia gets his leg held.
I was saying, Ridgebacks have been taking some different looks, bringing the ball up the court. They haven't been using Prika as much. They've been kind of, some different looks, and they've been getting up there and forcing the Lakers to kind of adjust.
And some confusion about what the call is here. That's going to see Nipissing at the line as Bakonga will take it.
Both teams in the bonus now.
Yeah. Bakonga makes the first. And 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. It's a 11-point game for the Ridgebacks. Coke inbounds it to Prika. Prika uses Coke as a pseudo screen. Pitia. Coke. And it's a travel. An unfortunate stretch for the Ridgebacks as they give up 2 points on one end and come back on the other, and it's a travel. Pitia gets in there, and Ogbonna comes away with it. Cummings, a mid-range floater. That's been in his arsenal for a little while now. So a 9-point game with a minute left, and a turnover. Some momentum going the Ridgebacks' way. A minute 43 left, and down 9 points.
That's Mohamed's 7th turnover. Bit of a leaky bucket. He's getting points and then just giving the ball right back to the Ridgebacks.
Prika. Given to A.J. Cummings, who is looking for a foul. They'll get it back. Cummings tries again for 3 and drills it.
That was a great effort by Pitia to be able to send that ball back out to the perimeter with 4 defenders trying to get that rebound.
And took the roof off this place in the process. They're calling for an over and back, but it was touched by Ogbonna. LaPierre comes in on the baseline, a mid-range jumper, no good. Grahams there. Ogbonna with the block. LaPierre out to Mohamed, brings it down into the paint and gets fouled by Pitia.
Valerie Patia's 3rd personal foul.
So here's where we see how friendly these newly installed rims are.
I think it's the other one that's given the teams more trouble.
As noise comes in, and that's nothing as Mohamed.
He's 5 for 5 there, so I don't know. He's pretty automatic from the free throw line.
He's been good tonight. And he makes it another one.
6 for 6.
Yeah, he's having a night tonight. Prika. That's nothing as Mohamed.
He's 5 for 5 there, so I don't know. He's pretty automatic from the free throw line.
He's been good tonight. And he makes it another one.
6 for 6.
Yeah, he's having a night tonight. Prika. Pulls it back. Finds Pitia, and he gets held. And a circus shot goes in.
I have no idea how that went in. He looked like he defied physics on that shot.
And Pitia, by the way, on the double-double with a 20 and 10 performance. Make that 20 and 22, or 10 and 22.
Only his 2nd time to the line tonight.
And these are big buckets here. Late, 46 seconds. Everything is heightened right now.
The Ridgebacks definitely have time.
With a strong press and a few turnovers and made shots. Pitia misses it.
Don't forget, both teams are in the bonus.
And a trap comes. LaPierre throws it off of the leg of Prika. So the Ridgebacks opting to trap in the backcourt might be looking to foul once the ball comes over half court. Bakanga, and there it is.
They were able to shave quite a bit of time off the clock there. It's about 14 seconds.
Yeah, that trap in the backcourt really worked out in favor of Nipissing. And once again, LaPierre at the line for some big buckets. Noah LaPierre, he's been pretty good tonight.
He's been effective from the charity stripe. That's 3 for 3 so far, shooting his 4th attempt now.
And makes both of them. That might be the dagger. So the Ridgebacks taking a timeout, currently down 73-65. Bakonga swats it out of bounds. We'll try again. And it's interesting how much time the first years are getting here at the end of the game. A lot of trust from Coach Deluction. Jayden Coke steps into a three, in and out. And LaPierre picks up the rebound and takes it to the line, and that will all but ice it.
That was a good play by Coke. You know you need the quick three. You can't bleed out the clock in that situation, and that was so close.
Yeah, and it's a tough spot to be in, but like you said, it's a good decision, and you can definitely see the thought process that goes into it. And Coke has really came along as a player even within the game. Had a bit of a tough first half. Had his moments. And here in the second, he's been solid.
LaPierre really has, he's had a good game, but I feel like he's stepped up in this last quarter. He's been very clutch. Yeah. He's gone to the line.
Those free throws from LaPierre and Mohamed really put things out of reach. 26 seconds left. It's a 10-point game. I mean, like I said, there's been some ridiculous things to happen in the sport of basketball.
You know, maybe if they had Tracy McGrady on their team.
I was just thinking that. Well, 13 points in 30 seconds. Shevchik. Three-point shot isn't there. And Nipissing will dribble out the clock.
And that'll do it.
So Nipissing picks up their first win of the season at the expense of the Ontario Tech Ridgebacks, who fall 75-65 in their home opener here in Oshawa. Some bright spots available for them, though.